No, that's not how you get unmuted, sir. Okay. So, what daily practices do you use along with NoFap? Like exercising or daily meditations, diet. What do you find useful with your program? And if you don't want to unmute yourself, you're welcome to type it out.
So who's gonna start?
Please don't
I
make me
can
start.
start.
Please start.
Okay. So, well, what else do I use? I mean, when I started to take this seriously again, which was start of September, I started like dieting like hell, but I didn't actually have like a plan. I still lost about 8 kilograms though, so I'm pretty proud of that. And did it help though? I'm not really sure. What I'm gonna say is that exercise is the thing that helped me most, because when you feel the urge, you feel the energy, you need to like somehow just I don't know, expunge it out, like let it out. So exercise helps a lot, and it's actually good for you. So I think exercise and diets are the biggest for me.
Yeah, a lot of people
Well,
benefit from exercise when they're kind of, I guess, replacing habits with good habits. At least I think that's a lot of it. I haven't been really doing any exercising, so I wouldn't know.
I mean, yeah, for me, it's mostly been work for now, at least, because before I started working, I was kind of just the only responsibility that I had was attending my German course, which was like Monday, Thursday, Friday, I think, yeah. And it was like from 8:30 at night till like 10. And other than that, I literally had nothing else to do. And the thing is, like during that time, I had like a lot of healthy like habits that I did do, which is like reading, taking a cold shower, meditating. What else did I do? Yeah, like working out, eating, like trying to eat healthy, going for walks and stuff. And so yeah, like, but none of those like were as helpful as now that I have a job and I kind of don't spend a lot of time at home, or a lot of time locked up inside a house where I am kind of alone with my thoughts and can have the urges and kind of can act up on them. So yeah, for me it has definitely been work. But as far as like just healthy habits that people that don't work, yeah, I guess reading, meditating, taking cold showers, pretty much all of those habits that people always associate with NoFap. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've been doing cold showers. I have, ever since joining the server, I have taken a cold shower every time. I mean, it might not be cold the entire time. Like, I might do like half of it cold, but I have been doing that. And I mean, at least it's good for your health, but it makes me feel like it, especially if I'm dealing with an urge at that moment, it always helps. It is yet to fail me. It's just making yourself go and do it. I'll say helping other people has been really useful in my recovery as a daily practice. I might not do it every day, but every other day, just kind of like talking about that issue, talking about what I'm dealing with, and helping others who are trying to recover has been, I think, pretty helpful. I think that's something that a lot of addicts do, regardless what the addiction is. Hi, Shuki. Welcome to the support group today.
Hey, what's up? I really like those pronouns you guys have.
Your
Your
dad,
dad
your
and your
mom.
mom.
We had a your son and a your uncle for a little while. Yeah, right there. Lou was your son, and Okabe is currently your car's extended warranty. proud of that.
You got extended warranty. Yo, this is pretty good.
I think so. It's the best I've heard so far. So what techniques have you tried in the past to help you, and why did you stop them?
I mean, I
Work.
guess for me, one technique that we kind of talked about, like when I was presenting like easy peasy method, was the like going like pretty much saying, oh yeah, like I'm not gonna do it for like a week, then I'm not gonna like I'm gonna fap after a week, then I'm gonna fap after 2 weeks. So just kind of like allowing yourself to that's like pretty much like abstaining for a certain period of time. And yeah, that was definitely a habit that doesn't work because yeah, we kind of talked about it in the easy peasy method, which is pretty much if you tell yourself that yeah, I'm just not gonna fap for 2 weeks, and then I am gonna do it for the entirety of those 2 weeks, you're just gonna be thinking about the fact that in when those 2 weeks end, you will fap. So yeah, it's kind of pointless.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd say it's the same for me, honestly, but a little bit different. Well, what Lax described, I would call like, um, well, I wouldn't even actually call it anything. He said it himself. You're clowning yourself. But what I used to do was delay. Was basically like I'm starting fucking random date March 17th. I'm starting July 3rd and all that stuff. And then you just don't, or you just give up after a day. It's either you start now, tomorrow, or don't even start, bro, because you have to start when you realize it's a problem, right? So that's why I dropped. I just started just not caring about doing the thing. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Just kind of changed it into a different level of concern of whether of how I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, I agree with that. Um, Anybody else?
I have something that just I actually
Oh, go
something that I
for it.
also thought about now. It's not really related to what you asked. It's more related to like before. So pretty much something else that I noticed is when I was like, before I started working, when I was back home and just not having really any responsibilities in my life, what what I would try to implement like a healthy sleep schedule, and I would always try to go to bed before like 11 at night, and most of the nights I would be able to do it. But like because in the morning I didn't really like I even if I set an alarm, I still like not, almost yeah, pretty much 90% of the mornings I couldn't force myself to get out of bed. Like yeah, sure the alarm is like I don't know like at 8 in the morning and it goes off and you just turn it off because you know that you don't really have to get up. Like you can just stay in bed. You know, like it's there's nothing forcing you to get out of bed. But now like when you're working, like you know that yeah, I have to go to work. Like I have to get out of bed, and that just helps like helps improve like because yeah, like sure you can stay like I don't know, like at like for till like 1 in the morning. But then like you're gonna like wake up at like I don't know, like 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning and
Mm.
feel like shit and go to work and feel like shit for the whole day. And then you're gonna get back home tired from work, sleepy as fuck. So even if you want to stay awake for a long time, you won't be able to do it. So you will like eventually just develop a healthy sleep schedule.
Yeah, I need to get on a healthy sleep schedule. This past couple weeks I've not been. I've been staying up playing video games.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Like, this is only like my first week working, and I've noticed. So, like, we even work like on Saturdays. We worked this last Saturday till like 1 in the morning, so it was like 6 hours pretty much. But
Mm.
like, what I've noticed is like, like from Monday till Saturday, like sure, like there were days when I would like wake up and not feel like well rested, but I would go to work and you eventually like you would do kind of like wake yourself up, I guess. But like today, like because it's Sunday and we're not working, so I could like sleep as much as I want. I actually felt like worse than when I have to wake up earlier, even though I could like sleep in. So yeah, that also is pretty much for me at least. I benefit a lot from having a strict sleep schedule.
I want a strict sleep schedule. I like waking up early. It feels productive, and I don't know. I think it sets your head right to get things done. Like if there's more forward momentum, at least for me, if I would end up waking up
Yeah.
early and feel well rested.
Yeah, but I'm for me at least, I'm still not ready for that. Jocko going to bed at 9, waking up at 4:30.
4:30 is a
That's a
lot.
bit too
Man, I
early.
did that. I did that for a couple months though. It was nice.
I mean, yeah, even if you have to work, it gives you like so much time. It gives you like so much time before work. Like you have so much, like you have. I mean, yeah, depending on like when you start your work, like you have so much like more time to do stuff and get ready for the day.
Yeah. I mean, when I was doing that, I enjoyed the slowly getting ready, having all my shit together. I would go to the coffee shop every morning and I would spend some time just drawing. And I feel like it got me in the right headspace to be productive at work. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it definitely gives you that time to reflect on things and really, really get ready for, because like if you wake up like half an hour before work, you're kind of in a rush. Like, oh, you gotta brush your teeth. You're gonna, you kind of have to get ready and just leave. So yeah, the more time you have before work, like the better you can prepare yourself for the workday.
mm, let's see. What tools outside of recovery have spoken to you within the realms of recovery? Motivations, thoughts, ideas, or perspectives and attitudes of ways of changing your life?
Can you like paraphrase it? Because I'm not sure I understand the question completely.
Have you stumbled upon anything, any content that made you go, oh, hey, this would be really useful for my recovery? Or I guess anything like that.
I think I need some time to think about it.
Yeah, I think that's a bit of a complicated answer because I know I've run across a lot of things like that, but it's hard to just remember, oh, hey, I got that idea from here.
Okay, this is gonna be weird because it kind of loosely, like basically for I don't know how it is for the girls, but for guys, brain fog is like a big thing after you relapse,
Mm-hmm.
and brain fog used to like really screw up my grades like completely. Now that I think about it, if it it's not like a new experience, but what I did tie together was if I don't relapse and I continue not relapsing, if I join like when I enroll in the university, I won't actually be expelled because I was on the brink of that actually, of not even getting in
Oh, wow.
because yeah, because my grades were suffering that much. I fixed them at the very end, and it coincides that fixing coincides with um, me stopping this bad addiction and like actually focusing on something for once and not just rotting in bed all day. Um, so that's kind of, I guess, kind of loosely relates. But other than that, I don't think so now. Because another point to add, some people know, some don't. I'm not into like meditation and shit. Like I don't believe in that stuff. It's like zodiac signs to me, man.
What, meditation?
Yeah,
Oh, it's not.
meditation, like affirmations and stuff.
I mean,
Affirmations?
affirmations, you could argue, but meditation's like scientifically proven to have health benefits.
I wanted to get into Wim Hof. Um,
Oh
but
yeah, even he has like a lot of his techniques also are, I think, have some like scientific like backing.
the thing is that if I wanted to try Wim Hof, I'd need to buy the book, right? and I don't have money to buy the book, so I just didn't do it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can find the PDF version online for free.
Yeah, those are easy to come by.
Well, thanks. I will check it right now.
So yeah, trust me, like you can find pretty much any book you want online. You just have to like search hard enough. Like if you like Google Wim Hof like method PDF whatever, and you can't find it, like what I would recommend is searching. So because I remember like I don't know if it was with you, Mammal, but I was trying to find like what was it called, like Cupid's Poison Arrow book for somebody on server, and I couldn't find it on Google at all. So what I did is I pretty much Googled like sites to download like books in PDF format, right? And I just added like Reddit because that's my go-to move. Like anytime I can't find something, I just put in Reddit because somebody in Reddit probably asked that question. People gave him an answer. So there was like 10 like sites where you can search up books in PDF formats, and that's where I found the book. So yeah, if you can't find it on Google, just like try to search for like those specific PDF like format sites. So yeah.
Yeah, I think you helped me find a PDF of something I was looking for.
I think I did send you the Cupid's Poison Arrow PDF,
That's the
but I
one.
don't know about. So yeah, but yeah, like to go back to your question, like about like something outside of NoFap that helped you. The only thing that comes to my mind right now is the same thing that I posted in. I think it was book club like a couple of weeks ago from like Fahrenheit 451, and like it's a quote that pretty much goes like the books are to remind us what asses and fools we are. They're Caesar's Praetorian Guard whispering as the parade roars down the avenue. Remember, Caesar, thou art mortal. Most of us can't rush around talking to everyone, know all the cities of the world. We haven't time, money, or that many friends. The things you're looking for, Montag, are in the world. But the only way the average chap will ever see 99% of them is in books. Don't ask for guarantees, and don't look to be saved in any one thing, person, machine, or library. Do your own bit of saving, and if you drown, at least die knowing you were headed for the shore. So pretty much this last part, like if you die, at least die knowing you were headed for the shore. Like for me at least, like it applies to NoFap because like no matter like how many times you fail, just like at least know that you are trying to quit this addiction, you are trying your best to get yourself out of its claws. So yeah.
That's a good one. The best I have, like, to my mind, is like little tidbits. Like I've got a really old fortune cookie, little fortune thing, and it says, "Of all human resources, the most precious is the desire to improve." And I've enjoyed that little statement for a long time, but ever since being in recovery, I feel like it has a second meaning. It's not just the desire to improve overall, but it's also the healing and recovery, uh, specifically in NoFap. Um, there was something else, but I can't think of it right now. Maybe I can get back to it. So this is a two-part question, I guess three-part. So if you don't have an answer to this, you might be able to answer the second question. Um, has spirituality or religion played a role in your recovery? In what ways has it helped?
Has what in religion?
Has spirituality or religion played a role in your recovery? In what ways has it helped? If it has. If not, I'll give you the second question.
So, like, is this open to anyone, or are you talking to just one
Anyone.
person?
Anyone.
Anyone, yeah.
Yeah, I know personally it has helped me a lot because, like, in high school, I tried being really spiritual and like close to God, and porn was the one thing that like whipped me away every single time. And like, I know in the NoFap community, there's a lot of like guilt and shame and being close to God has lifted me from that. So like there was a lot of mental like issues with my addiction, and it was just like I was beating myself up, and like it was to the point of like self-hate. And uh I've been freed of that with getting closer to God and Jesus. And now I feel like it's actually like a battle that I am like able to win because I don't have my own mentality stacked against me. So like I guess freedom from like shame in that sense.
You said
So
freedom
like I
from
can
pain?
no like shame. So I'm walking outside and I'm like on the interstate, or not interstate, but the highway. Uh, but yeah, like I would like go through phases of like just hating myself because I was like addicted and I couldn't stop. But now, like that hatred is gone, and it's like just focus on quitting the habit as opposed to like everything else. So basically, like what I'm saying is, I'm more focused and uh, I think more able to quit.
Mm. Like you've got more force behind that goal. It's more
Yeah,
actionable, more real, like realized. I don't know. It's hard to put in words.
yeah, that and I know uh, before I was really close to God, I'd relapse and I'd just be like that for weeks, maybe even a month, like without even trying to quit after one relapse. But now it's like I relapse and I'm right back at it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Anybody else have?
I mean, I'm personally not like religious or spiritual, but I definitely think that people that are have a like an advantage when it comes to NoFap because they have that belief in higher power and just something or somebody they can always rely on. But at the same time, I'm not like I wouldn't really call myself like a atheist or at least a hardcore one. So I am definitely like open to reading books. But like when it comes to spirituality for me, it's or religion, I'm not really like that attracted to the Abrahamic ones, like the three most popular ones. I'm kind of more like attracted to, I guess, yeah, just spirituality, like, believing in fate and believing that everything happens for a reason. So yeah, yeah, I don't really have, I tend to ramble. I don't really have like personally, I don't personally have like any, for now at least, spiritual or religious beliefs, but I am like planning on reading books on it and expanding my views. So
It's
yeah,
useful content, at least. Like you can find some nuggets. If you're not a spiritual person, you can read a spiritual book and be like, oh, here's a little piece of information that's useful to just about anyone. Like you don't have to have a religious or spiritual background.
yeah.
Um, so, for those who are not spiritual, has morality or similar concepts been a focus or force in your healing? How so?
100%. Like the biggest moral thing for me was, well, it's not that I'm not religious. It's just that morality maybe changed my views on this whole fapping thing, but more than religion. But the biggest thing morally was just think about it, right? Think about it. You're watching two or more or one person just fucking, right? Like, come on. Like, how can that be normal in any sense? Literally any sense. And what I always thought about what I always thought about, like, if you wouldn't do it in real life, aka watch two people fuck, like, why do it in front of a computer screen or phone screen?
Yeah.
Also, it's shame and guilt in it, right? You it's shameful if someone catches you. It's like one of the most shameful things ever. And the and the guilt is there, and like back in my mind, I know that one time, somewhere, one person, either his friends or family or whatever, have caught me. I know I don't know it, but I know that at least once it happened. I know, and it's it's guilt. So why even do it more, right? So that's the moral argument for me, at least.
Yeah.
With religion is like
Yeah, well, I mean,
not
this
real.
question's for people who are not spiritual.
No, with
So,
religion, it's no.
um,
I mean, when just to like continue on the morality thing, something else, something else that's related to morality when it comes to NoFap is the morality of the porn industry itself, which we all know how fucked up it is. So yeah, like there is also that part of, yeah, you feel all the shame, you feel guilty about doing it, but then when you actually research these things and you find stories about like a girl that was, I think, had her video like uploaded to Pornhub and she was 14 when the video was made. And even though like she like sent multiple emails to Pornhub telling them like, hey, can you please take down this video? I was 14, I'm literally 14 in this video. They were pretty much saying like, hey, you can need to like verify that you were actually 14 in this video. So yeah, like it's just one of like a million stories of people that are just being hurt by the industry. Like there's that other video of like one of like the most popular one of the most popular like male porn stars. I think it's like it's on YouTube. It's made by like Fight the New Drug. I don't know if you guys know about it, but yeah, it's like a
Yeah, I watched the whole
new.
documentary, dude.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like the most like popular male porn star, and he talks about like his struggles with pornography and like I mean he was his struggle was he was the actor, but yeah, he said how it's just a bunch of like drugs and just all this pain, and because like when you think about it, like it's shameful like for you if somebody catches you watching it, but like imagine how people that actually like are in the videos like how they, I mean, yeah, of course not all of them feel shame, but I definitely think that a lot of them do. So yeah, overall it's just an industry that hurts a lot of people and doesn't really offer literally anything in return.
yeah, I feel like the porn industry, when you're dealing with actual actors and actresses, it's so easy to point out all the harm, and I feel like that toxicity has caused people to look towards amateurs, where it's an actual couple, or usually an actual couple, people who know each other. But having been in those shoes myself, I don't want to get into details. It's still damaging. It's still not healthy, because you have to ask yourself, what's the drive at that point for anyone in that group to want to share these interactions with other people? It's not coming from a good place.
Yeah, like a lot of time, like with those videos, I definitely feel like when it comes to those amateur ones where, a couple decides to just make porn and like, post it or sell it, whatever they decide to do, like I feel like in a lot of those relationships, like there is manipulation going on that people like don't know about or never will.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Mhm. I'm really convinced after seeing a couple that most of the time those women don't want to be there. They're just trying to do a good job and be a good sport for their partner. Like AG said, they're introduced by those amateurish videos into believing that this is normal, and it's not normal. Um, no one should want to share these things. They shouldn't want to share their partner with thousands of strangers. That's not the goal when you're having an intimate connection with another person. If this is
Yeah.
somebody that you love, you shouldn't want to share your body, and you wouldn't want to share theirs.
Yeah.
So, um, and I think to backtrack, I just wanted to point out, you were talking about the shame, like lying. Like I've lied about my use and frequency to my partners before. If you feel a compulsion to lie, that's kind of your indicator that something's wrong. That this is not what you need to be doing with your free time. And it doesn't take being a religious or spiritual person to feel that way.
Yeah, that's true. That's completely true. I've lied as well, but but it basically, like with guys, it's a bit different because most actually, like, clearly the majority of guys are like, yeah, I do. What's up, right? Like, it's no big deal. So some people don't feel shame. I do personally, so that's why I'm even here. You know what I mean? Some
Yeah.
people just don't care, really. They think it's normal.
I think they want to tell themselves that, kind of like an alcoholic. There's a lot of alcoholics out there that are in denial, and they kind of like convince themselves, "No, I'm just drinking with my friends. If I'm an alcoholic, then they're all alcoholics, so that makes no sense. So no one here is an alcoholic." You know, and I think that we don't realize that it's an addiction until we make the decision to quit, and then go, "Oh fuck, this is actually hard. This is actually taking effort." I don't think people realize that they are really dealing with an issue until they try to quit, but they're in denial too much to realize that they have an addiction.
Yeah, what I always said when I talk with people, not usually my friends because it's kind of awkward, but with random people online, it's just like try to quit for say like 2 weeks. If it's easy, fair enough, maybe you don't have a problem. If it's challenging, now you get my point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I bet that zero people actually tried to quit seriously, out
Yeah.
of those that I've spoken to.
And there's probably so many people that think, oh, well, it's not even an issue in the first place, like with the industry or anything. They're like, it's just natural, like my body feels this way, so I'm just going to release that. And like, I think you're just stupid for doing this. Like, I know I've told some friends about me trying to quit, and some of them are like, that's dumb. Like, why would you do that? But I think, like, yeah, there's just so much you can go into it. I think the entire industry is just terrible. I think
Yeah.
it doesn't help anyone but the business because it doesn't help the people who are making it. It doesn't help the people who are watching it. All it helps is a source of revenue.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all these people care about. They don't care about anyone's well being. Like,
I mean, yeah, as always with capitalism, it's all about making money. So yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to make it into a capitalism thing, but I think,
No, but yeah, it is.
That's the
But
only
yeah,
thing
I
that
mean, again,
benefits.
Spicy, let's go.
um,
but yeah, like it is like porn. I think is the biggest issue when it comes to this whole thing because, like, on Twitter, like I saw a post. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. Somebody like posted like something along the lines of there are people living out there that like masturbate just to their fantasies, like photos or porn or anything, right? And it was like they're weirdos or something like that, and had a bunch of likes, and everybody in the replies were pretty much agreeing with the person. So yeah, that's kind of like how far we've come, where it's kind of like, yeah, why wouldn't you masturbate to porn and not just to your own fantasies? And when you like, one of the best analogies that I saw was like, if you actually try to imagine, like, masturbating to porn, like if you try to imagine doing it like, in prehistoric ages, or whatever they're called, like when we were, living in tribes and shit, like you're literally like a guy that's in a bush and watching two other people have sex. So yeah, it's not like, it's just not natural and just really fucked up. So yeah, that's where most of the shame comes from.
yeah, like society has flipped it around. I feel like they view a lot of this stuff as opening and liberating. When I mean,
Yeah,
there's no reason to think that's the case, especially if you talk to people after they get out of it. Like a lot of these people, they would do anything to take back. But like, like, but then people who haven't even experienced it will go on Twitter and be like, you don't know, you're just a bully or something, like this is liberating. You shouldn't tell someone what to do, stuff like that. And it's like, well, it's just devaluing everything.
Yeah, who are you really liberating? No one's being liberated here. They're being reduced.
Yes.
Yeah.
It hasn't made
yeah.
men think better of women. That's not what it's done. It hasn't made men think better
Yeah.
of themselves.
If anything, I would argue the opposite.
It has.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's the same. The same like with hookup culture. So yeah.
I think it's diminished us as a species, really.
Yeah.
That comment that this is natural, it's like saying that hunger is natural, therefore eating extremely unhealthy is natural. It's like, no, you have a drive, right? The drive is what's natural. What's not natural is what we're doing with it.
It's a super stimulus. And like, stimulus are normal, but super stimulus are those that are in nature, that are like man-made. So like fast food is like a super stimulus. Porn's the same way. Like,
yeah, our brains
It
are
is the
not
super
ready to deal
stimulus
with
because
them.
I've heard that in the brain itself, like subconsciously thinks that masturbation and sex are the same thing, like deep down to the very core, right?
yeah.
Because the brain can differentiate between you fasting and, for example, you actually being like on some kind of like you being hungry, not being able to
Yeah.
have food. It can
Yeah.
differentiate, but it cannot between those like very primitive things. For example, reproduction, or like what's it called? Fornication. There we go.
Mm. Absolutely. I think that's something to be mindful of. That we are driven by those natural impulses, and we have to make smart decisions, whether it's fapping or eating or choosing to exercise and be productive. We're kind of faced with these questions on a regular basis. What are we going to do with that energy and our time?
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I think Peterson also talks about it, is deep down, like what you should do. Like, we all know that what we should be doing in our lives. And like the more you like go against that voice and the more you try to silence it, the more like what is it like, don't like try to live a happy life, try to like live as little of a miserable life as possible, like try to eliminate misery from your life as much as possible. So yeah, pretty much like, like anytime there's a decision, that, oh yeah, this decision is gonna like give my life more misery, and this decision is gonna like make my life better. So like what, and every time you decide to go, against your part of your brain that's telling you, hey, let's take the decision that's not gonna make us miserable, and then every time you decide to do the thing that if not now, then definitely in the future is gonna make you more miserable. Like it affects you more and more, and it like produces a spiral.
Yeah. Anybody else got their 2 cents?
I'm thinking of something.
Welcome to the session, Ski.
Hello. I'm just taking a practice test for my SAT while I'm doing this. Cause why not?
I'm filling out my CV, dude.
Oh no.
This is I didn't find the Wim Hof book though, so I'm gonna just try to find it later.
No, I'm not gonna start playing piano.
You're going to start playing piano?
No, I'm not going to.
Oh, okay.
No. He was asking
Wait,
if I would.
who's gonna play the piano?
No one's
nobody
gonna
will
play
be.
it, please.
Somebody
No.
is gonna play the
Nobody.
piano.
Nobody will be playing that. I promise.
I think it says to the caliber of people that we have in the server. I got 2 people multitasking right now, being in the support groups.
Yep. Hello.
Well, I think we had a pretty good session. If anybody has any more questions or comments,
Thinking.
Final thought. I said this in general chat, but a few days ago, but I'm gonna say it right here. Do not relapse if you're a virgin. Do not take it from me. Please don't. It will ruin everything. I swear.
Wait, why are those two things connected?
No, I'm just saying.
personal
I'm just saying.
experience has been verified. Do not relapse if you're a virgin.
Do not. It will ruin everything. I
but if
swear.
you're not, then you can.
No, if you're not, then it's
Still
your
should.
problem, right? You know how to fix it, but if I'm just saying, okay, I'm just saying, that's it.
I
What
mean,
you're
yeah,
saying
when you
is
know
both
like
you
how it
shouldn't.
feels.
But you're saying something got ruined along the way for having been a virgin.
Something, yeah, something.
Okay.
Yeah, something. Dude, I'm now feeling shame, dude.
Why, bro?
You
I'm
should.
feeling
Because you're a
shameful.
virgin.
Listen,
Don't.
listen.
No,
Bro,
I'm
listen,
not.
fam. Listen, fam. If you are
Wait.
a virgin, you are a real man, bro. You're a real man.
Wait.
I'm not a virgin anymore.
Listen. You should not feel shame. We all have the same problem.
Don't have sex before marriage, bro.
I'm sorry, man. I sinned on that point.
You have gay, I think, man. You have gay, I think.
Listen. Y'all
What?
should have no shame.
Listen, if you're actively trying to improve your situation, you can, fail in the past, but not be the same person 5 years from now.
Yeah.
So don't let your past dictate how you should feel about yourself.
Yeah.
Mm,
Did y'all see that one video I posted in general a few days ago?
not
Did
at
you watch
all.
it? None of you watched it? I'll post it again in here.
Like, do you not let your past dictate what you think of yourself now all the time, like completely, or just the bad things?
No. The past is the past. You can't change the past. Just
Well,
gotta
you
move forward.
cannot, but you
Can't
can't think
worry about the
about yourself
future.
like, gosh, I'm so much
Dictate
better
who I
now.
am.
Yeah, you can. Who's stopping you from doing that?
Okay.
Here, I don't know if any of you watched this. I'll post it again just in case you haven't. Watch this video, please. It's good.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
How to
It's
quit porn. Deep clean.
Well, it's I don't know. It's a good video.
Deep clean in what way?
No.
In your brain. It's in your brain.
He talks a lot about. They're like it's church, but he's also talking about life experience. So they're like talking religiously, but also good. It's good.
Are you a religious person, Ski?
No.
Oh.
I love how he said he's talking religiously, but also good. Like you can't talk religiously and good at the same time.
He
I feel
figured
like
out the way.
blockers help in the beginning, but then like at the end, like if you can't go without blockers, then something's still kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But staying busy, yes, that I can attest to that. That's good. I have a recital in
Definitely.
13 days. Oh no. I have 2 weeks. No.
The things we tell ourselves.
Wait, so are we ending the support session?
I think this is coming to a close.
But you mean I
Okay.
just got here. I'm kidding.
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet?